Hey everyone, Fabian, Empire Build Academy. This brings the end of me doing the free-to-play for the 4 different troop types. This is the Siege one. I've already done the ranged, ground and mounted. And I'll be honest, with the Siege one, there really isn't many options available for the free-to-play. But also on top of that, I'd say you probably don't need a siege general if you are free to play, but I'm still going to go through this and explain the best options available that I can see. Again, if you see something better or you've got a better suggestion, then please do throw it in the comments. The comments are definitely helping just as much as me making this video, so getting you all involved definitely helps. Now, the 3 different ways, I'm going to mention them again, the 3 different ways for free to play is premium general tokens by saving these up over a period of time. The second option would be the Trial of Knights event, which is where you spend blood of Ares, and then you can exchange these points that you get in the Trial of Knights for generals. And then last but not least is the tavern, which is probably the more easier way to grab someone and certainly a lot quicker than the other 2 options. So let's go and have a look at the first option first, which is the general tokens. This, again, you're probably getting into a routine and understanding this, and that is a good thing because it's definitely the correct way to do that. And that is making sure that you save all of your general tokens like I have on this one here. I've got 118, and when I go into them and I click on detail and I click on chance details down here, this is the reason why you save them, because the latest general that's released always a higher percentage of dropping versus the others. I believe it's around 600%. I'm sure that's what they say, 600 times drop versus other ones. So you can see Chapeur the first in this one, 16.13%. Next best is Electra at 0.81, along with all the other generals. And again, if I come off this and then I'll go and have a look at the normal one, which is this one, again, when I go into detail, chance details, Chapeur the first, 9.09% up there, everyone else 0.45%. What does that mean? That means that once you've got over 100, you can go after any general and likely ascend them all the way to 5-star. The way that works, you need 15 copies of a particular general. That will then give you the 450 fragments you need in total to ascend that general all the way to 5 stars. 118 I've got. I'd only need 15 to drop out of those 118 chances. And remember, it's not just that you're getting. You're still going to get other generals as well that are going to be pretty decent from the premium pool that you'll also get as well. But the idea is 118 tokens, I need 15 to drop. With those percentage increases that I showed, you'd be very unlucky if that didn't happen. And then of course you can do that on your ranged, your ground, mounted and siege. Now, as a free to play, I will be honest, I wouldn't probably go after the siege. It's not really going to be beneficial for you attacking with siege, as I mentioned. And if I'm being completely honest, even when we go into the next option, which is the Trial of Knights, which you can find via this option here when the event is going on, the Trial of Knights does give a siege general. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I can't see, it's Patronus. Now, if I've got that wrong, then please do let me know in the comments. Basically, what would happen there is you would spend your blood of Ares. With that blood of Ares, you will then get points that can be exchanged for certain items, and one of those items is a premium general. And normally, whatever premium general is that's in there, there will also be a further 15 fragments that you can collect. So in total, 45 different fragments for a said general. Now, I'll be honest again, because it's Siege, because it's free to play, I wouldn't recommend actually using those points that you've got that you can exchange in Trial of Knights on a siege general. I'm just being honest, I just don't think it's worth it. You're probably better off going and exchanging that for blood of Ares that you can use on subordinate city generals and also your wall general if you need to ascend them as well. So when it comes to the Trial of Knights event, I can understand people wanting to go after a ranged general, maybe even a mounted general if you're trying to do monster hunting. But again, really, you want to be ascending your sub-city generals and your wall general first. So as this is the last video, I do want to make you aware that that is probably a good thing to do. Now, when it comes to the actual tavern, there really isn't many options in here when I had a look. And again, to show you how to do this, go into recruit, click on portraits, change that to siege. And then what you can do then is go to that refresh probability in tavern. When you click on that, it will show you the percentage breakdown of people in the tavern. So you can see in here we have William Wallace and John Churchill. Those are the only 2 sieges that are going to drop. And when you look at William Wallace, he's quite old. His stats aren't that great. And when you look at John Churchill as well, increases siege machine attack by 30%. That's the only buff there. And then rally capacity by 12% when general leading the army. Now, when we continue across, these are both available in in America. And again, those are their buffs. It's only going to be 30% attack in total, and that's when you take a dragon with you. Sherman, again, not really relevant. There is actually a decent option, and I'm going to speed up a little bit in this. There's no one available there. Korea, China. In here, we've got Emperor Qin Shi Huang. And again, 35%, not too bad compared to what we've seen. But there is literally, in my opinion, they actually added people to the general pool in the tavern. And I think this is pretty much the only guy that got added. And it's in here, it's in others, and it's Zucker. Zucker, 0.007%. Looks like the best of a very small bunch, if I'm being honest. Increases siege machine attack by 40% and range troop and siege machine HP by 35% when general is leading the army to attack. So out of all the generals that are available, not recommending you go after one via your premium general tokens, not recommending you go after one via the Trial of Knights. I think you're better off trading those points in for Blood of Ares. This is really the only option you will have, is Zucker. But again, if you are free to play and you're looking to attack with Siege, it's unlikely that that's going to be something you are able to do as a free to play. But again, everyone wants to be involved in the game in certain ways, and if you did, that's why I've made this video, so that you can see which are the best options. And the best options of not very much offerings is Zucker. So remember, there are 3 different ways. The first way is via the premium general tokens, saving those up. I recommend that you only go after a wall general, possibly range, depends on the attack style that you are, where you are in terms of your keep. If you've been someone who's been playing for 3 years, 4 years, then a range general, premium range general is probably going to be a good thing, because you're going to be an account of a decent size. So that I can understand. Wall generals, I don't think they ever bring sub-city generals out on there. Wall generals are very, very rare. Isaac Brock was the last one, and that was over a year ago. So again, even with that, I'd be potentially thinking and holding back until there was a wall general. Probably go wall general first, range general second. But again, I can understand why people would go for a range general if you are someone that's been playing the game for quite a while. In my opinion, best way to go for these are the most recent ones added in the tavern. And on this one in particular, that would be Zucker, Siege General, and that's who I would go after. Now again, we've had some really good comments on previous videos. I really do enjoy reading those comments back and also educating myself with some of those responses, because I'm no expert when it comes to playing Evony. I'm just someone who enjoys the game and enjoys making these videos. I'll be honest, I do enjoy doing it. And reading those comments back and finding out something that I didn't know before is only beneficial, not just to me, but other people who are also reading those comments. So if you've got a better suggestion, if you believe there is a better general on any of these videos that I've done, then please do make that aware in the comments. And also, if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please do consider subscribing to my channel and also liking this video. That is it for this video. I'll see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.